So we are going live and getting ready for Rick's Coffee House. We're very excited. And I'm just going to take a peek because we're a little minute early to make sure that this is appearing on our feed as it's supposed to. And hopefully it will be. So hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's Rick's Coffee House. Yeah, we're on live on my channel, and we should be live on YouTube. Rick's Coffee House should be live. Yeah, there I am with my swinging shirt.
Your swinging shirt.
How's it looking and everything?
You sound great.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Okay. So it is 2 minutes before 6. We're gonna wait to start till 6. Hello, Michelle, and hello, Mom. My mom is here. All right. I projected this as an auspicious night, and it's auspicious for many reasons. Number one, I actually have a whole body. If I move over this way a little bit, but I'm going to move back that way because we have tight quarters in this little brick cell that we're in, and if I stay too close, I can get whacked in the head. Anyway, this is Patrick Atchison.
Hey.
And Patrick is a performer, a singer, a musician, and a wonderful godson, all in his own right, and has special status as the son of my former late great music partner Ron. We've been laughing that Ron would be laughing at all these jokes, and Ron would be so proud. And hey, take a look at Ron's old Martin. We're not going to tell you what address we're at or where we at because this is a very valuable, lovely guitar.
Amazing.
And it's got a bit of Ron in it. It's got a lot of Jewish. All this, let's see, where is it? All this down here is Jewish songs, 3-chord Jewish songs.
He also used to play it with a fork.
He did play it with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, we're doing, I think, our 4th show of Rick's Coffee House. And it's a chance for young people and occasionally some older people to collaborate and to sing and to play. So you will see on the feed on the coffee house, Rick's Coffee House, you will see Patrick's Venmo account. So all you have to do is put a figure in there, like let's say at $50, and request that. And Patrick will pay you tomorrow because he's offering to pay everybody who came. So just, I don't know if you've ever hit.
As a rich teacher, honestly, teachers just make so much money that I'm just giving it out.
Yeah, and if you've ever accidentally hit pay instead of request when someone owes you money, or left off,
create some fun conversations.
Left off the decimal.
Yeah.
So Patrick and I have had a great time preparing for this, and we're going to do a couple little songs at the end if I can remember them. One of mine and one of his. Anyway, Patrick's a songwriter, and Patrick is also a teacher. And Patrick has a long legacy, I want to say, of music. In his family, in his genetics, in his background, going back to his grandpa and his dad and his mom and his grandma, lots of different musical people. And so I thought I would just introduce Patrick and have you start by saying, if you can remember, what was your first moment of, kid might have violin lessons or voice lessons. What was your first moment of like, I love this. I love music. I love playing music. I want to play music.
I think I was about 3 or 4 years old. And one thing that I remember, my grandfather was a spectacular musician. He performed in Hollywood. I almost said Wall Street. He performed on Wall Street. No, he performed in Hollywood. He wrote tons of songs, and he was really spectacular musician. And he did stuff for television. He did stuff for movies. And he we used to live with him, and I remember there was this one moment, this one day. I guess he kind of did this often, actually, was where he would play piano, and he would just sort of play piano, and my sister and I, my twin sister Lila, who y'all know,
Yeah.
we would run around the coffee table in the living room, and I just remember being like, well, this is the best thing ever. This is amazing. What if I could sit at the piano and do what he's doing? And I also remember you and my dad used to always do these fun gigs and stuff, and I remember like going to a few of them as a kid, and it just looked like so much fun. I think that's really what it comes down to, is that that thing looks cool and that thing looks fun.
Yeah, we would tell Patrick and Lila that we were going on tour, and actually Ron and I toured almost every fast food restaurant in the state of California.
Yeah, every Taco Bell.
Near every bar mitzvah or wedding venue that we played at. So, and sometimes twice in one day. Anyway, I know that you and I've talked, and some of your songs have a story.
Yeah.
And some of your songs really don't have a story. And sometimes, and I'm not going to ask you the question. Can I ask you a question I'm not going to ask you? Can I tell you a question I'm not going to ask you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you which comes first, the lyrics or the music, because it's such a cliche question.
It is a cliche question, but I often find that both of them happen at the same time.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
I just know that one of the musicians that I had on here was like, don't ask me that question.
Oh.
So anyway, tell us about your first song.
Yeah.
I'm going to move over a little bit to protect my head.
So my first song I can play is one that I wrote in 2013, and it's called I Suppose. And what's fun about this song is that so there was an older gentleman that moved into my neighborhood, very old guy, and he needed help moving into his house. And I offered to do this in exchange for his old man stories and wisdom, of which he had much of. And turns out this gentleman he was in World War II. He was in World War II, and he fought on the front lines, Normandy. He did he saw tons of combat. And so I got to hear all these amazing stories. But the one that stuck with me the most was when he got back. He told me the story about how he met his wife. And I thought that was very sweet. And he said that he was at some sort of dance sort of function, and he looked across the room and he knew. And I thought that was very sweet. So yeah, I suppose. I wanna be your 6 a.m. the morning roast. I wanna wake you up with eggs and toast. Till then, you're just too old alone, I suppose. I wanna see that winning smile beaming right at me, till I'm the only man that you'll ever need. Till then, you're just too old alone, I suppose. I got back from the war and I hit the floor, dreaming of a woman like you. Would you find the time to stay for a while? The man clad in red, white, and blue. Would you save me a dance at the money ball? Give me a chance, you won't regret it at all. So that you're just too old alone, I suppose. more, and I hit the floor, dreaming of a woman like you. Could you find the time to stay for a while? The man clad in red, white, and blue. Would you save me a dance, the company ball? Give me a chance, you won't regret it at all. Till then, I'll just grow old, alone, I suppose.
Nice, Patrick. I'm just going to put this on so that if people want to make comments, they can.
Oh, yeah.
And we can see them. And we can say hi to, can you see that?
Oh, yes, I can. Hello,
Diana.
friends.
Who do you say hi to there?
Oh,
Jessica?
my gosh. Hi, Harry. Hi. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Cecilia. Oh, this is wonderful.
I'm right by the coffee. I'm right. Hi.
Just,
I'm Rick.
Just lurking
this
behind
is really good graphic.
But also on the other
design.
screen, it looks like you're just like looking up into the corner.
Patrick and I have so much fun. Oh my God. And we laugh. We get silly. Okay, so I'm really going to get away from the coffee house logo because I have a face.
You can move my guitar so you can.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, so I'm going to get a little tender here.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that, Patrick, I played music with your dad from about age 20 until we took it on out about 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you had your dad as a dad.
It was pretty rad.
And you're about 28 now. So the two of us have combined an incredible biography, an incredible legacy of Ron and who he was. And by far, other than the love and the unconditional, sanguine joy and beauty of Ron, was the humor, and still lives the humor through us because we get so darn silly, and we fall into these little skits and little activities that we think would be fun to present, and we will do that on a future show. But I'm going to ask you, tell me, give me a few lines about your dad. What is your put it in a nutshell
really
for us?
Hard to sort of find words to encapsulate him. But I don't know. He was an amazing dad. But my favorite thing about him was he had this sort of grace, this sort of humor that he sort of walked through life with. But on top of that, he also had this sensitivity, and he was able to. He was not afraid to cry, and he was this perfect and amazing model of non-toxic masculinity. And I'm so lucky to have had that growing up. And it was amazing.
I appreciate that. And I will say that Patrick and I yanked each other out of the grief and into some real fun and a revivalist spirit, and we've only just begun. Okay, I had to do that because it's true. We really have only just begun.
It is true.
And I would love to hear another song. And this time I won't be lurking in the
Oh, were you just like lurking on the side there?
That must have been distracting.
I think it's a good look, just sort of
No, it was
hanging out a little bit.
It was almost stalking, I think. So I'm going to step aside while you do this song.
Sounds good.
Okay? And you go for it and enjoy it. This is Patrick Atchison in his own right as a fabulous musician. And you can show your appreciation by sending to his Venmo account, which is Venmo at Patrick-Atchison-2.
Yes.
And, that would be great. because every little bit helps. And I want to support these musicians. Next song?
Perfect. This next one is one called Autumn. I saw the doors closing fast, leaving me hanging here with the girl of my dreams. I know I've got 6 floors to win apart before we're forever apart. I stood sweating by her side, contemplating and waiting for wisdom and the perfect thing to say. By now I've got at least 4 floors to show the confidence I know. You can say I'm idealistic and even rather unrealistic. I'm just a fellow who likes to do things by the book. When I saw her, I saw roses, and I hoped that she'd take notice that it was my heart that she took. Autumn came and went, just like the way I knew she would. Love to dream of the time that we spent. We had it brief, we had it good. Oh, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. Autumn, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. Autumn, oh, oh, oh. In this story that I made, we're married. How awesome is that? Considering we just met, we have 2 kids and a golden retriever too. Just as we reach for 2. It might sound like a tall order, and I'm just a little forward. I'm just a fellow who likes to do things by the book. You can tell me that I'm helpless, and I swear that I am helpless, cause it was my heart that she took. Autumn came and went, it's like the way I knew she would. Love to dream of the time we could spend, but time moves faster than it should. Oh, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. I saw her coming, and I let her walk right past me. Another opportunity missed by yours truly. But I fear rejection and her objection to my suggestion. We should make a connection. Autumn came and went, it's like the way I knew she would. I love to dream of the time we could spend. We had it free, we had it good. Oh, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. Autumn, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. Autumn, autumn, you make me yearn for spring. Make me yearn for spring. Autumn, autumn, you make me yearn for spring.
So nice. What a great song.
Thank you.
Boy, I'm just enjoying this. I have a front seat at the concert. Tell your friends to join us at Rick's Coffee House, 6 o'clock every Monday for fantastic talent like this. And there's no charge. We just want to have you here, and you're free to donate if you like. The future holds the possibility of building a large following. So please have your friends and family like and follow Rick's Coffee House. And our hope is eventually we're going to have a fair, equanimous system of selling CDs and MP3s of musicians where they'll make more than 0.001 of a cent every stream. And besides, they won't stream, they will play those songs. So that's coming, and some outside concerts as well. Meanwhile, this is an unusual concert because Patrick's here. It's not him in one place like it was last week with Ian, who was
We're part
fabulous.
of the same circle.
We're part of the same circle. We're right. We both had our vaccinations, and we feel pretty darn safe and pretty darn happy. I want to talk for a second about your guitar.
Yeah.
So I have been going steady with that guitar. It was kind of a, maybe it was a, I don't know, what would you call that? Ron, the guitar, and me, and the violin. It was a foursome.
Yeah.
And
That's a good way to put it.
And the guitar, a musical instrument, carries a legacy because someone played it before Ron. It's a 1940 Martin D18, I believe.
I can't remember if it's D18 or D28.
D28, whatever it is. It's a gorgeous guitar. It's been beat to hell and played like crazy and broken in parts and repaired, and it just carries a legacy.
2 or 3 times that's happened, and
Yes.
none of them while I've had it. But
I witnessed this one.
Ooh.
and there
was this the time that it got sat on?
No, this was the time that Ron leaned the guitar on the stove in his cute little farmhouse in Petaluma, and we were just sitting talking, and the guitar just somehow did that kind of off balance thing, and
like time just was slowing down.
The head just broke off, like the head just broke off the guitar, and there were a lot of tears and a little bit of laughter, nervous laughter. And Ron was fantastic with his hands, and he put it back together. So it's part of the story of the guitar. So tell me what this guitar means to you and what it's like to play, because I have played it feebly before, but tell me.
It's really interesting because like this guitar in particular, I grew up watching my dad play this guitar. I watched him play this show after show, and it was like this, it was like an heirloom, but not even like he played it so beautifully that it was like an extension of his own body. And like playing it now, there was a little while where I definitely felt like I had a lot to live up to because the story of this guitar, and honestly, like this guitar can be a bit punishing sometimes. It's got high action on it, and it doesn't always do what I want it to do. But at the same time, it feels pretty special, and especially like it's really cool like playing gigs with you and playing with this guitar and playing with you. It's kind of strange, but like like the best kind of strange.
It's a nice legacy. Yeah, it carries a nice spirit. Before you do next song, I want to say that Isaac Stern was talking about the very first time that he played Carnegie Hall. And before he played Carnegie Hall, he arrived early to do a sound check. And of course, you know, the hall is acoustically perfect. And this almost brings me to tears. What Isaac Stern said is that when he first walked into the hall, of course, there was no music, nobody was there. And he was appreciating the silence. And he felt as though he could hear that every note that was ever played there lived in the walls. Almost like a fragrance, musical fragrance. And it was such a beautiful picture. And same for the instrument. I do want to tell one quick story. Sorry. Oh yeah. So your dad and I used to play practical jokes on each other. And one time, I think it was Ron.
Is this the cheese story?
Yes. Ron put a piece of cheese, a smelly cheese, a little stick of it at a gig in my violin case. And so it smelled for a long time till I opened up where the rosin was. And I pulled the cheese out. I was like, okay, very funny, Ron. So I proceeded to wedge the cheese in right here under the strings, which is very mature. This is a long time ago, like at least 15 years ago.
It was like the same cheese too, wasn't
the same cheese.
So at this point, it's like 2 months old or something.
And so we laughed, and Ron removed the cheese and kind of cleaned out his guitar. And then it was over. But for months, I just had that kind of smelly feet smell in whenever I would play. And so I found the cheese wedged under my chin rest. I can show you on my violin. It was wedged underneath my chin rest. So there was some silly play, and it's plain slapstick and early reality performance. But what can I say? Let's have a song.
All right, sounds good. This next one is it's a song that I wrote when I was honestly just kind of going through it. Just like I was really depressed. It was about a year after it was about some months after my father received his diagnosis, and but it was also, I was really confused about life. I was like 20 years old, and I was thinking about like, so at the beginning of every Disney movie, the Disney princess sings this song that is like sort of her call to action, and this one was kind of mine. And it's called Ready for Me.
If I sit here, does it bother you?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Just so you know, the side of your face is on that camera, so
it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all right.
If it's okay with you, it's okay.
Also, hi friends. I see more people are here. This is super great.
And by the way, give us some feedback as far as if it looks too strange to have me kind of looking on.
Just lurking from the side.
I'll peek in from time to time.
It's just another day, another heavy moment, weighted down by the freight from inside. So hard to find the line between motivation and a waste of my time. So hard to be young and to be where I am, 'cause I feel that I'm ready to go. And I can tell you, need a place to grow. And I can dream for the love that I'm ready to receive. When I'm ready, the world to be ready for me. I hear another sigh, another cry of the weary, and I know I'm not alone in my pain. There's no one to blame for being human. It's like there's too much to say to be real. I've got to learn to understand and just be where I am. 'Cause I know that I'm ready to go. And I can tell you, need a place to grow. And I can dream for the love that I'm ready to receive. When I'm ready, the world to be ready for me. Because I know that I'm ready to go. And I can tell you, need a place to grow. And I can dream of all the love that I'm ready to receive. When I'm ready for the world to be ready for me. When I'm ready for the world to be ready for me.
Take us to another song.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's your show. You like this? Is this fun?
Oh yeah, this is really fun. This next song is a lot like the last one. It's got a lot of heart. And so this one. So as we were talking about earlier in the show, that some songs have stories. Some songs come from stories, have lots of things to say, have beautiful beginnings. This one does that. This one, well, I was moping around my mom's house, and I was just really depressed. And my mom was like, you know what? You're an artist. You put your feelings into your art, and you need to express yourself. You should do that. And I was like, yeah. January is just a perfect time for love. No more holidays, no expectations of any kind I'm thinking of. But as I'm getting older, my taste in lovers is much bolder. The only one who can drive me mad is a particular comrade. I've got the hotkeys for Mr. Trotsky, my Marxist Soviet of choice. Others are in love with Mikhail Gorbachev, but my Leon's not like the other boys. With his intense and steely gaze and his Cossack fighting ways, it's no wonder he's a Bolshevik star. 'Cause I've got the hotkeys for Mr. Trotsky. I'd pick him to pierce my frozen heart. I've got the hotkeys for Mr. Trotsky, the apple of my communist eye. Others might be scooting for old Rasputin, but some folks just don't know when to die. A war commissar, likely mean with a guitar. He's my hotspot in a land full of snow. I've got the hotkeys for Mr. Trotsky. He puts the man in my manifesto.
Ooh!
So, fun quick story about that song. I played that song completely unannounced at a bar in Scotland. There were all these really, really tender open mics, and I just went up there with that one. And what was really fun about that one in particular is that I had a lot of people, like half the audience really liked it, and the other half just kind of had this sort of surly frown and this look of confusion just sort of washed over their faces, and I was just like, thanks. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Tell us tell us a little bit about looking at songwriting for you. And I have this theme that I run, and it is about, it's a question. It's a question: is a song a discovery or an invention? Now I've got that thing. You know what? I'm going to fix that thing right now, kids. Here we go. Hang on.
Rick on tech support.
Brand. Okay, you go in there, and let's go back to the little. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, good.
that just looks like I have a blemish.
You've got
Actually,
a bird size.
It's like the Gorbachev thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
the map that he has on his forehead.
Yeah.
At least people can see me when I'm talking. All right, so discovery or invention?
No, I can't see the comments.
Let's go back to the comments. I'm a professional.
Hi, friends. I'm so glad you're here.
Do you want to say hi to your friends individually? Like I can scroll down here.
Oh, sure.
You want to know who's on here?
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, scroll down.
Harry,
Steve. Harry, Steve.
Michelle.
On the other stream, I saw both your mom and I saw my friend Garen. Hello, friends. Oh, hi, Lynn.
Althea.
Althea, yes. Oh, this is delightful. And Lawrence.
And Lynn. Hello, Lynn.
Sweet.
A lot of people here. Wow, Steve, you're on there twice. You must be really having a good time.
This is such an interesting format for doing shows because it's just like, I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to Zoom teaching, sort of, especially since like none of my students ever use their cameras or anything. And so I'm just like, hello. And so it's just a lot of talking.
You know what I love is when I see names on here that I don't recognize.
Yeah. Sophie. Oh, wonderful.
Hi, Carl. Nice. Thank you for making this nice tonight.
And Francis. Oh, so many wonderful.
I'm hearing ka-chink on your Venmo account.
If they request it, then I'll just be giving them money tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Like, it'll be great. Yeah.
Great. Actually, Patrick will be sending past due notices out to all of your Facebook messages.
Yeah, that's how that works.
All right. So back to discovery and invention. So an invention song is just what it sounds like. It's like someone said, hey, I'm going to write a song, put the chords together, and make this into a hit song, and I'm going to use this formula and that brand, and that's an invention. And that happens a lot. Most of those songs come and go.
Yeah.
But a discovery song, there's this idea I have. It's not an idea. It's a fact that there is a continuum of notes going by that contains every infinite possible probability of connection or space between every single note. In other words, there's every possible combination.
And you're just sort of like grabbing them down.
Right. So, the Beatles grabbed down, Hey Jude, and just, the Beatles grabbed it down every time.
Oh, yeah.
And Gershwin grabbed it
It's
down.
like not even fair.
Gershwin. So the question is, Gershwin died at 38. What happened to the rest of his music? Is it dangling?
I feel like it was stolen by a lot of film scores.
Probably, but there's some stuff that I don't think has been written yet. So anyway, I want to know just your feeling about that in terms of when you create, you sit down to write a song. And
it really, really depends on the song, because there are some songs that there are some songs that are really, really easy to write. What's fun is that I was making myself laugh as I was writing Trotsky, and I was just like, all right, this is happening. Like, let me think of all of my favorite historical references for it. But my song Autumn, the second song that I played, that one was workshopped over a couple years. There was a really crappy first draft that exists. It's still somewhere in my file, but it was very, very different before then. Mm-hmm. And but with that one, I was thinking of could I write a song about falling in love with someone in an elevator without using the word elevator once? So it's sometimes I sort of give myself song challenges,
right.
But other times I'm just I'm feeling really moody. It's time to write,
right.
That whole thing. But yeah, I definitely I agree with that concept because sometimes they just happen and you write a song in like 10 minutes or an hour or something. It was just you're like, all right, well that was meant to be. And then maybe if you're like me, you don't write another song for 3 months and it's just like, okay, I'm still waiting. But I also find that like I can't be waiting for inspiration. I just have to sit down and do it. And because it's a labor, I suppose.
I want to say also that Patrick's creativity, as of recent, the last couple of years, and I'm going to get out of the corner so I don't look like I'm continue to look like I'm lurking.
Lurking
But
Godfather.
that's a good look. Patrick has another part of his life that has developed over the last couple of years, and I was hoping that maybe without without saying the name of the school or any of the names of the people involved, if you give us a little picture of this other new part of your life that I happen to be enamored with and respectful for, and just like so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I sort of with that one song, the sort of call to action, it kind of came true, and it's just like I became an adult. I have a cat. She's perfect, and her name is Cleo. But yeah, I'm also a teacher. I work with SPED students, mild mod, and roughly the high school age. And it's honestly, it's really fun. It's I teach every subject, and what's fun is that I'm like, I really hope none of my students are watching, but I feel like there's always the possibility one could stealthily find their way to this stream somehow. But if they are, hi, hope your spring break is great.
And I know I would love to have Patrick as a teacher, and I think we're moving into an era of what I call we're moving out of duality, where you have like your life and a job, and into multiplicity, where you have a lot of things. You can have 4 or 5 different careers.
And you're not like defined by one thing.
And I continue to talk to Patrick about my perception that they're his kids. So just like these are his songs, they are his kids, and there's a really nice crossover of energy that makes it all happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we in terms of songs?
All right, we've got we're doing great on time. We've got about 3 left.
Okay. Should we do the one before the 2 we do?
Yeah. That sounds good. All right. So this next one is the most recent. I'm pretty sure I think it's the most recent completed song that I have.
Okay.
And
what do you call it?
Well, so this song is called "Ode to 2020." And there are 2 versions of it. There's one that is just diminished chords and confused screaming, "Fuck!" But there's also this one. And what I wanted to do, because that was, I'm sure we're all sick of hearing these are really trying times. These are unprecedented times. I'm sure we're all sick of hearing that. But I wanted to do my best to sort of capture all of my feelings about it. And yeah.
And if you love this song, there is it's on my YouTube and your YouTube channel, right? The video?
Yeah, it is.
And
I'll post that.
Yeah, we'll post that again in this feed. It's a kind of a distant video of Patrick singing on my porch with some various sundry things.
Yeah, it's a hoot.
Are in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song. I'm gonna go out for a moment and let you have the whole stage here, so people don't have to wonder what I'm doing, and I'll come right back.
Yeah, is that an arm in the stream? Yeah, sounds good. All right, this one is called "Ode to 2020." What are my words? Give me a second. Give me a second.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone away.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Magic.
I need to look up my
So
lyrics.
About the relationship of mistakes to perfection.
Yes.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, that's the best thing is that like I've only been singing this song for like weeks, and then as soon as I'm like, all right, this is the time that I have to remember it.
We're doing a song after this that I wrote when I was about 19.
That's it.
And I've been singing it 50 times, and I forgot the words today when we rehearsed.
Oh, totally.
All right.
All right.
So can I stay?
Yeah,
I'll try not to lurk.
When I'm out, I see no smiling faces. In fact, I barely see them at all. Who'd have thought we'd exist in 6-foot spaces, though I'd still take it over slowly dying off. As cabin fever starts to burn, sipping my Earl Grey and lavender, I sit down and start to write. But let's stay inside, 'cause there's no end in sight, and we might just survive 2020. I'm too angry for words, not a preventable curse. Hope you've shown me your worst. 2020, my own 2020. Oh, oh, oh. I'd like to have an honest conversation about the way we treat our own. No thin blue line is worth their devastation, and we won't stop marching till everybody knows. Though I've still got much more to learn, sipping my Earl Grey and lavender, I know that no one else deserves to die. So when we go outside, we fight that good fight. We'll save human rights in 2020. We'll be shining bright, keep the dream alive, so more can survive 2020. Through all the smoke and all the flame, it's so hard to try, but we try all the same. As people in power choose to maintain rather than change our world. And I'm sure there's more we've got in store, 'cause I can't be bored in 2020. And as we go outside, we fight that good fight. We'll save human rights in 2020. And we'll be shining bright, keep the dream alive, so more can survive 2020, my own 2020, my own 2020, oh 2020, my own 2020. Oh, oh, oh.
Patrick, will you stay and sing me to sleep tonight?
Yeah, I'm here all night. Okay. I'm on spring break, so I'm doing nothing.
It's awesome. I feel very happy about this program and about what we're doing, and the fact that we're giving people chances to express themselves and musicians a chance to perform. So I think we're at the together part.
Yeah, we're at the together.
Oh my
part.
God!
Yeah.
Well, the timing's perfect. Now,
hi, Arlen.
I just sort of took it from Patrick to forget those words of my song that I wrote when I was 19, which is, I think, highly excusable. However, it's one of the songs that when Patrick's dad and I used to play clubs, specifically a club called Rosie's Cantina. The minute we say we have an original song, people start talking and like ordering something else, and like, okay, well, it's not a cover, so we don't have to listen, which was really defeating. So what we did with this song and another song that your dad wrote called Innuendo, which I'd love to have you learn sometime, we just didn't say it was an original song. We just played it. And it became a favorite. Do that baby song. So, and the thing is, we would often think, this was in the days of the bar and the smoking, and we actually had to put a smoke detector on our speaker. And when it would go off, people would ask us to turn it off, and we'd say, well, we can't, so everybody's got to stop smoking. It was just kind of a prank. It was kind of snide, but it worked. But people would come up and, after we do a song, and they go, I'm going to tell you, man, that's freaking good, man.
That was a really good song.
And it's just like getting that kind of compliment was not exactly rewarding. I know good music. Yeah, like, you guys are good. You're going to go somewhere.
You're going to go.
So, there was a little bit of that. Anyway, this one is called My Baby Didn't Push Me Away, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a song about a 19-year-old broken heart guy who got stood up or jilted. Mm-hmm. Okay? Is that an okay word?
Yeah, I think so. What's fun about this song actually is that I have a recording of my dad and Rick playing this exact song from like 1978 when my dad and Rick were in their late 20s, and it's so cool. They went to this place. I'm sure some of you know it. Rosie's Cantina. That's where they used to play all the time, and yeah, it's just so cool to be playing their songs.
All right, I'm gonna let everybody go. I'm gonna wear makeup next time because I look so pale. I'm really healthy, but I look
I swear I'm doing great.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Hold on. Hold
on. Okay,
I know. I made Patrick sit on the wooden chair, and I have the soft cushion one, sort of.
Hold on.
I love when songwriters forget the words to their own songs. It's just, I love it because you actually could fake it and say anything that you want. No one.
Well, the best part is that there was nothing that came to mind.
Right. Actually, one time I played Paco Bell Cannon too many times for weddings, and one time Ron and I were doing a wedding in a big cask room with a wine cellar type thing, and it was really dark. And this big table was really elegant, and the bride knew started coming in, and that was my cue to play Paco Bell Cannon, and I totally forgot how Paco Bell Cannon went. So I played something that sounded like Paco Bell Cannon, but it wasn't Paco Bell Cannon. And afterwards, Ron just kind of looked at me like, are you okay? And I don't know what happened when they saw their video.
Of all songs to forget, like Paco Bell Cannon.
I was like, is it?
Yeah.
And so anyway, yeah, that I just wanted to get out of there before they watched the video. So.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was driving right down to the end of the hill. My baby done brushed me away. When I seen the sight in the car on the right, she's driving along, but when she was ever mine. My baby done brushed me away. There were too many years between our lives. Said my baby done brushed me away. She said she ain't gonna stay. were my friend. My feet done brushed me away, they came to the light. These springs are on. Sing it. Said my baby done brushed me away. She said she ain't gonna stay. I don't need no baby 'cause I got my feel and my feel don't brush me away. I don't need no baby 'cause I got my feel and my feel don't brush me away. Well, I'm sitting back right in my chair. I seen why she brushed me away. I seen it was time to move it along. And now I'm glad she's away. She was bringing me down. I'm moving along. Now she's got a song. And baby, don't brush me away. She said you ain't gonna stay. I don't need no baby 'cause I got my feel and my feel don't brush me away. I don't need no baby 'cause I got my feel and my feel don't brush me away. I don't need no baby 'cause I got my feel and my feel don't brush me away. Sorry, we used to do that, and we would be standing there playing it whenever it was the only movement we did the whole song. We'd stand perfectly still, and she was bringing me down, and we go all the way down.
Yeah,
it was choreography.
mm-hmm.
And also one time when it was the time to sing the chorus in that song, I yelled across the stage, "Sing it, Ron!" And he just flat out stopped the song and he said, I am singing the song. Just tell me what to do." And he started the song.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was shocking. So, yeah, laugh with us, you guys. If you gotta laugh or you're gonna cry.
It's true.
I'm sorry I messed up that chorus.
Oh no, that was great.
Yeah,
you're good. I do love how we switched harmonies there. That was totally planned, everyone. That's what we were. Yep.
All right. So this last little song we are working on. We are both recording. Patrick's going to have an EP.
Yes,
coming out.
I've been threatening this for like a decade, but now it's actually happening. But I said that 5 years ago. But now it's actually happening. So and me too. And I've been saying it for a lot longer. We do have some albums of Jewish music that have been sold and played and reproduced by people all over the world. A number of years ago, we found one of our Jewish albums at the Goodwill store with a little hole punched in it. Oh no!
For 59 cents. It was a good deal. I bought it.
Oh.
All right.
So this last song is. I just sort of realized that this is my version of the song that he sort of just did. I was 19 years old and I'd gotten rejected, but it was one of those kinds of things where I was like, maybe I should reevaluate my life, kind of things. And yeah, it was fun. This one is called Something New. And also, lastly, I just wanted to thank you all for being here tonight, because it's been a lot of fun, and this is a very different format for a show, but it's just so great seeing your comments, and thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me.
And Venmo at Patrick Atchison, not Atkinson, not Atchison, but Atchison, ATCHISON -2.
Yeah.
And next week we will have an amazing guitarist, Marty O'Reilly, and the Soul Band, with some of his own music to share. That will be virtual, and we're just going to keep going, and we're never going to stop, because this is a lot of fun. And let's hear a beautiful song. And we'll take it on out, and then we're going to have dinner together. I hope you all have a great dinner. Tell your friends about this. It's Rick's Coffee House. The more you like it, the more we do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You can move that over. 30 feet.
I get up each morning feeling the same. Look around my body in the room. There are clothes everywhere, a tornado swept through here. There's no one but me to blame. Go outside, take my bike out for a ride, because there's no car to see. I search my mind as the sidewalk passes by, looking for somewhere to be free. Think I'm ready for something new, maybe something right. I'll just follow what I think is true. There'll be something right that will be shining in the air. Something new. Something new. Stuck slow motion, that's what she says to me as she looks me in the eye. She's moved on, off to college, can't I see? Nothing left but goodbye. Gotta go, gotta get away from this town. Got to learn who I am. Can't stand still, there's no more to think about. Got to move, and life's a man. I think I'm ready for something new. Maybe something right. I'll just follow what I think is true. It's gonna be something right that will be shining in the air. Maybe I'm okay with running away. Not so bad after all. Moment it's fine to be a work in progress me. I guess my life's on cruise control. It's time to go. Time for something new. Maybe something right. I'll just follow what I think is true. It's gonna be something bright that will be shining in the air. Something new. Think I'm ready for something. Maybe something right. I'll just follow what I think is true. It's gonna be something right that will be shining in the air. Something new. Something new. Something new.
I love you, Patrick.
I love you too, Rick. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Wow. That felt good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you so much, everyone. Super, super awesome. Rick's Coffee House hosts music every week on Monday nights at 6 p.m. A lot of really, really cool artists here. So, yeah.
And this program will be archived on all the same channels. And I'm standing up close because I want you to enjoy my shirt. Yeah. It's a swinging guy shirt.